Insight Talk radio show was born from the need to spread the word to all who want to live the amazing life the Creator has intended for us. Reverend Janet Reynolds has 30 years of spiritual insight and experience. She has studied and taught in and outside of this country and has developed a respect for all religions, beliefs, and spiritual practices that are of God's true light. The lessons she learned are now shared every week on Insight Talk Radio. Tune in every Tuesday from 1:30 to 2:30 for spiritual guidance, tips, and techniques to aid you in your life's journey. The show also features interesting guest phone readings, healings, and meditations.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our show, Insight. I am Janet Reynolds, your host for today. I am a spirit medium and intuitive counselor with the help of Blue Feather, my guide. I am also a proud part of the TalkWide network. Please feel free to check out other shows on the network by going to www.talkwide.com. I just made somebody happy.
Well, out of all the people we're having say that, you were the only one who said it perfect so far.
Oh, well, thank you.
What I mean is you got the whole message across, and it is beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Because it's in big letters, too.
Big joined up writing.
Yes, it's the big letters. So, and of course, today, our topic today is about creativity and artistic ability, and I do have a very special guest, and also I'd like to say a very special friend of mine, and that is Lynnee Beckette. So what I'm going to do is ask Lynnee Beckette to say hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Janet.
Closer
to hello, everyone. I'm hello, Janet.
Oh.
Glad to be here.
Oh, now I just want to know, did everybody hear that accent? I could say she came all the way from England just for today's show, but I can't really say that, so because she lives here. But Lynn is from Oxford, England, so that I do that correctly, and has a natural talent for painting and an interest in experimenting with various painting medium, including watercolors and oils, for a diverse variety of subjects. So, Lynn, I am going to ask you to tell us a little bit about you, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, good.
See, I just made it easy for her, so I think I'll stop it and say, would you like to talk about you? No, God love you. No, it's okay. She's fine. She's a little nervous today, but I'm like that a lot of times. And it's okay. It's okay to be nervous. If anyone would like to ask a question or join in our conversation today, the telephone number is 727-597-4022. Okay? Please do call in, though. We don't mind answering questions. Do we, Lynn?
No.
Oh, see, that was good. She's listening. She's listening. I always start with, being our topic is creativity and artistic ability, I always go to Wikipedia and I look creativity up. So, and Lynn has done some research on that too, but she really has a lot of good information to give to us today. So that is what we are about, is giving you tips or some very good information about things that perhaps maybe you don't know anything about. So let's go. I will start out with what Wikipedia has to say about creativity. And the thing that's important here too is I didn't look up artistic. I looked up from Wikipedia. I looked up painting, and it has a lot to say about that too. So let me just get started here.
I looked at the same word, actually.
Which word?
Painting.
Oh, good. Did you get Mona Lisa?
No.
Oh, did you go to Wikipedia?
I did, but it didn't bring up Mona Lisa.
Oh,
Well, that's
well.
good. I'm looking at her now.
Yeah, you are. She's pretty, isn't she?
Very nice. You know, there's 3 of those.
Oh, what, of Mona Lisa?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that. Really? Where are they?
One's France, one's England, and I don't know where the other one is.
How about that? Now, that was a good piece of information.
Well, I hope I'm right. I believe there's 3. Shall I put it that way?
Yeah, okay. Even that'll work. No, I know you're right, because you wouldn't have said it. Because that's how you are. No, I know that. Now, how about that, everyone? There's 3. Okay, but that's to do with artistic and painting, and we're going to get back to that. But that was a good piece of information. So let me tell you what Wikipedia has to say about creativity. Creativity refers to the invention or the origination of any new thing. And the key word here is any new thing.
Yeah.
It can be a product, solution, artwork, literary work, can even be a joke, okay, that has value. So according to Wikipedia, new may refer to the individual creator or the society or domain within which novelty occurs. Okay, and then where we said that has value, what they're saying about value or valuable, similarly, may be defined in a variety of ways. I get tongue twisted. So creativity is good. It's a new idea. It's a new idea. So we could say when the world was created, that was a new idea, right?
It was very new.
Let me just say that shaking your head doesn't help.
No.
No, you have to use the voice box. Okay, so, but you know, and to say, I would say that we are of value, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
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 The creator did a good job, I think.
Yeah.
Of course,
He knew what he was about at the time.
Yes, he knew what he was doing. Maybe.
Maybe.
I think that's open for discussion. But creativity can also be defined as the process of producing something that is both original and worthwhile. So when the creator made us, we are worthwhile, right? We are original. I definitely feel I'm original. Do you feel you're original?
My husband would say yes, definitely
Yes.
one of a kind.
Yes, and very worthwhile. So creativity is a lot, or being creative is a lot. And then I would say, to do creative things, how does that help us? Or in which way does that help us? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it over to you for a few minutes, and I'm going to have you tell us what you do, and then where I say, what does creativity do for us, or how does it work for us, we're going to show everybody what it does and how it works. So, does that sound about right?
It will do.
It will do. Okay, well, you can pick up and say more if you'd like.
Do I have to?
I think so. You're being paid to do this, you know.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm a graphic designer, but that's my primary job in life. And I work with my husband, Clive. We have a small business called Canterbury Marketing Design. I'm the graphic designer. He does the writing and the marketing. I do all the printed pieces, anything to do with logos, brochures, and we also create websites. And I'm the creator, so I'm the one that has the blank piece of paper, or it's a computer these days, computer screen, and I work everything from scratch. So I then draw on my background, my artistic background, as Janet would say, and pull everything that I know forward. Some of my design work even has artistic pieces of of maybe painting or graphics, but I just have natural ability, and I'm intuitive, and I try and bring that out in everything that I do.
Intuitive is good. Now, please let everybody know that they're all intuitive. If I can say the word today,
intuitive.
Intuitive. We're all intuitive, and that's important too. That we all go by our own feelings. But yes, you're very intuitive, and once more so are all of us. So now, please continue. You're doing great.
Am I? So drawing back from my early childhood, obviously I was a natural artist. I suppose I didn't know I was an artist at the time, but always drawing, creating something. And I think my parents were quite quick to see that I needed to move forward with anything that was possible for me to make my art come to the fore. I did graphics, obviously, but I was a painter. I love painting. That's my love of life. And I used to paint larger paintings, but in more recent years, since I moved to the States, and I moved here in 1992, I started painting miniatures. So that's it's a different art altogether, really.
It really is. And some of the pictures that she has are really beautiful, which we'll be able to show to you in a little bit, hopefully. And, okay, now tell me something else about yourself, since you're doing so well.
Well, Clive and I, we love to camp. So, and not in tents, thank goodness. We used to camp in tents, but we got kind of past that one. So now we have a little trailer, and we go to the state parks, and we just love nature in all its glory, the birds and in particular wildflowers. And I have quite a passion for flowers. I like wildflowers. So I'm currently painting a wildflower for the university in Miami that have a project, and I'm starting to do that at the moment.
We are going to tell them about that project, maybe not this very minute, but what I'd like to say, even when you're camping, even you're out in nature, and all of that is very creative and very colorful. I guess we could say the bugs and the gnats are too.
Yeah, everything is colorful.
Even when they're biting us.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you promoted yourself from a tent to a mobile, right?
Yeah, it's important.
Yes, because then it's not the same though, really.
No. Well, a tent here in Florida has a small window, so something on wheels gives us a reason to get off the ground at night.
Yes, yeah, and it's probably a little softer in the bed, right?
Yes. And get out of the rain.
Although I guess we could do a rubber mat? Not a rubber mat. There are mats that we can buy for beds, blow-up mats, right?
Yeah,
blow-up beds.
Blow-up beds.
Yes, but yes, creativity is very important, or to be creative, and I think that what everybody really needs to know here is that we are all creative. We are all artistic. Some of us with painting, some of us with writing, and it's we do it all differently, every one of us. But what I think is important here is there's a lot of times when I'm doing my readings for people, and Spirit tells me, which is Blue Feather, tells me that the individual is very creative or very artistic, and sometimes they just look at me like I'm nuts. But it's the truth. All of us do have a way about us that can express ourselves in a very creative way. Now, what I'd like to do is let's talk about painting, because, of course, that's what Lynn does. She paints, and her way of painting is unique, and it's special. It's different. So going back to my dear old friend Wikipedia, painting is the practice of applying paint, pigment, color, or other medium to a surface, support base. Okay, and a brush is usually used, okay, a brush, but there's other implements that can be used, such as knives, sponges, airbrushes, and it has painting describes both the act and the result of the action. So painting and how you paint is unique, okay? And everybody does it differently. I use pencils. You use paintbrush, right? Now, I'm one of the ones that could say to you, honestly, I didn't think that I could draw, but I do have some really nice pictures, and hopefully I can go back to art classes this year. Coming the new year, I have sort of put it in the back of my mind to do that, to go back to art class, because I have an unfinished piece. I started a piece with pencils with the Blessed Mother and the baby, and I haven't finished it. So it's been sitting in the bag for 3 years, waiting for me to come back. I have a note on it, to be continued.
I think there's usually a lot of those.
Yes.
I have quite a few that I put to one side and come back to.
Yeah, to be continued.
Nude.
Okay, but what it says here too is painting is a mode of creative expression, and the forms are numerous. Okay, so creative expression, you can definitely say, is in your paintings, can't we, Lynn? There she goes again.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I need to speak rather than nod.
Yes, yes, please, so that they can hear you. I'm sure they'll see you too, but to hear you would be good. But painting can be naturalistic and representational. So how about that? So I'm sure that your painting is that way. It can be loaded with narrative content, symbolism, emotion, or be political in nature.
Mine aren't political.
Yours are political, or
They're
are not?
No.
Well, what's the difference in? I know yours can be for nature, right?
Yeah.
So, what would be considered political in nature?
I've no idea.
I know that was a good question.
It was a
wasn't
good
it?
question. Yeah, I've no idea, Janet. Sorry.
That's okay. I'll let you have a minute to think.
I don't know.
That's a good question. It doesn't say here. Next time I will Google that to find out what is political in nature. What is political in
Something
nature?
that goes against the grain, I suppose. Something that is negative, maybe.
Well, yeah, politics can be pretty negative.
Yeah.
If anybody knows the answer to this question, political in nature, please call 727-597-4022 and tell us your views. That would be good. All right. Now, I will say to you, please talk about how you paint and show us some of your pictures. Yeah, I thought we had some up there, but...
Obviously, I think that he might put some up a bit later.
Yes, well, we will show you what Lynn's paintings are about. We really will. He's smiling, so I don't know what that means.
There was a thumb up, but...
Are you trying to get the photos?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have them ready right here. You ready for them?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, I apologize.
That's okay.
I was looking at the sheet. I was like, when does she want these pictures up?
Well, I'm going to make a suggestion. Oh, there you go.
Well, there's one. The viewers will be seeing a watercolor still life.
Twisted. I'm going to try to make it straight.
Yeah, it's not too bad, Noel, that one.
Okay.
That one needed to be turned round, done that one. Anyway,
The one on screen right now is the one to the
extreme
in the
left.
broadcaster box there.
it needs to be turned round. Can you
Okay,
do
let me
that?
work on that for a second here.
Here
Okay.
we go. There. Oh, isn't that beautiful? There you go.
It keeps twisting them. I don't know what's going on. Last minute planning. I hate it.
Never mind.
It's all right.
Well, that painting is of my husband's mother. It's called Audrey, and she used to come. She's passed now, but she used to come to Florida for 3 months. She was a transatlantic snowbird, and used to come for 3 months. And I saw her sitting there sleeping one day and thought that would make a good miniature painting. So it's very small. It's, I don't know, say 4.5 inches circumference. So it's not very large. It's an oil painting on ivorine. In the old days, there's a lot of history attached to miniature painting. And they used to paint on ivory and vellum, that kind of materials. But over the more recent years, we have a synthetic ivory. It's quite slick, and it gives you a brightness to the media that you paint on, sort of transparent slightly, and with the oils, it gives it quite a glow. Miniature painting is generally called painting in the small or the little, because you get a complete painting of something, but it is just small.
I do have to say, when you say it's just small, they are just small. They really are, but they're so unique. To me, it must take quite a bit of time.
It does.
For you to sit and do that. And a good word is precise. It's very precise.
Yes, we usually paint under a magnifying glass, because the detail has to be exact as best we can get it. But it's certainly quite an art, and I'm presently exhibiting 3 pieces in the Washington show at the moment.
That's what I wanted you to tell everybody. It isn't just what show did you just say?
It's Washington, D.C. I just have the name of it here somewhere. It's actually at the mansion at Strathmore in North Bethesda. Is that how you say it? Maryland, anyway. That's.
Let me see the print, please.
Is that how you say it?
Oh, no, sweetheart. Okay. That's Bethesda.
Bethesda. Okay.
Okay.
That's my English
good.
accent.
I understand that. You broke that down quite well. Yeah. You really did. So it is at the Mansion of Strathmore, and it is in North Bethesda, Maryland.
Yeah.
But that's not the only place that your miniatures are. Tell them where else they went.
Well, it was about a month ago now. I had the great experience of exhibiting at the Royal Society of Miniature Painters, and the full name is Sculptors and Gravers. This particular exhibition is actually, it was founded in 1896, so that's a long time ago that this exhibition has been going. It's the best in the world, the best miniature exhibition.
And that's the one in London.
That's the one in London.
Okay.
On the Mall.
Let me do one thing, please, and because we're going to come back and tell them even more. We're getting ready to take a break, but before we take that break, I would like to say to you all one more time, please call 727-597-4022, and we're getting ready to do it. Yes. We're getting ready to do the break. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere, please. Okay, there you go.
Let me know you so I can fix you. Whoa. 'Cause when I can crawl into your insides, I will know how to mend the outsides. Whoa, and I know you don't know me quite yet. Whoa, and I'll show you the doors inside my head. So dream, please shut your eyes and imagine there's no need to rush. We've got time, and I have it, and I have it. And I'm waking up at 2 and 3 in the morning, falling back asleep, but the dreams won't come back to me, so why am I even closing my eyes? It's dark outside. If it's the same to you, then I'll keep them open wide. Wow, and I know you didn't want to fall down. Wow, and I'll show you the way the wind tends to pick up the ground and cast it in the sea with the breeze. Let me know you so I can fix you. Wow. 'Cause when I can crawl into your insides, I will know how to mend the outside. Whoa, and I know you don't know me quite yet. Whoa, and I'll show you the doors inside of my head. My head, my head. Catching sun in the glasses in my window. Gonna drink it right up and feel the heat in the winter's cold. One can never tell when happiness is knocking on their door.
We're back. Good afternoon, everyone. Janet Reynolds again, and it's 727-597-4022. If you would like to call in and ask a question, please do that. I'll be glad to answer it for you. And I have Lynn here, Lynn Beckette, and what we were talking about is her miniature work has been on exhibit, and she is letting us know a little about that. So now, one of the places was Bethesda, Maryland, outside of Washington, D.C. Is that correct? So you want to tell us that?
Yeah.
Tell us that again, please.
Yeah. The Washington show, as we always called it, it's the second best miniature exhibition in the world next to London. And I mean, it's a wonderful thing for America to have, and all the artists from all over the world would like to exhibit there, but you still have to send your work in and have it juried. So they make a selection as to whether you're good enough to be exhibited. Obviously, they're for sale, and there are awards.
Well, that's a compliment, don't you think?
It is, yeah.
Yes.
So it's quite... it's awe-inspiring, actually, to actually be in the show. And I'm very happy about that. My first time in Washington. So I have 3 there presently exhibiting, and I think the show finishes I think it's the 3rd week in December. So it's anyone wanting to go to Washington, D.C. and see the miniature art show there, you can go. That's the Mansion at Strathmore is the exhibition.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. Can somebody buy your paintings?
Yes, they can.
Oh, I hope you have a few million on it.
Lovely, yes.
But do they decide? The price, or do you decide?
I put the price on it. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for you, Lynn.
Yes.
Now tell us where the other place was that was a big to do.
Yes. Well, the biggest to do was the London exhibition. It's the Royal Society of Miniature Painters, and the full name is Sculptors and Gravers, which is quite a mouthful, really. This particular exhibition was founded in 1896, and the patron is His Royal Highness the Prince of Wales. So we will always get a royal there at the opening, and probably Prince Charles would be there.
Oh.
So I was a shame, actually. I wasn't able to go, but I would like to have seen my 3 paintings exhibited there.
Now, were they up for sale there?
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
they
how
are for
nice.
sale, yes.
Yeah, well, is it still exhibit, or is that over?
No, that's over now. And so I have some dear friends that live in England still, and they will bring my paintings over when they come next year.
That was my next question.
Yes. So they will be in my hands again, and I'll be able to put them into the Washington show or any other show I might like to put, but Washington probably next year.
But nobody bought it?
No.
No. Okay, that's okay. Maybe they'll do it in D.C.
Yes, yeah.
Well, you know what? Now that you mention that, I did get an email earlier, and the individual, this is what he says about his paintings. And there's a class in Tampa, which that really surprises me, being that we're doing creativity and artistic. The gentleman says that my passions have always been rewarded as long as I had faith to believe in my talents. So I think that that's important, that you have faith in your work. And I feel that it's an asset when you start selling them and getting the amount of money that you want for them.
Yes. Yeah, it's not everything, though. I mean, I think that it's great for people to be able to actually see your painting. So once it's sold, then it goes out of circulation unless you do a digital version online.
Okay. Oh, all right. But you know what? Have you done anything with the Tampa St. Pete art community?
No.
Okay. Has that been anything that you would maybe look into?
Possibly, but I don't know if they do anything with miniatures.
Okay.
We'd have to see.
Oh, now see, I'll give you this email.
Okay. Yeah.
But you know, the thing about the thing about this email that I think is really neat is that Pepito, they mentioned Pepito, and he's a gentleman that I know that did my pictures. He did a beautiful job. Not paint it, but he does paint. But he's a photographer, and he is a fantastic photographer. And I saw him in Serenity now about a year or so ago. But he's a great guy. He really is. So perhaps this is something that you can get yourself involved in with Tampa Bay community, Tampa and St. Pete.
Yeah, I'll look into it, Janet. Thank you.
And maybe that will help you. Okay. All right. Now, I know that Nolan did put some of the pictures up, and we're not going to ask him to do that again. But I want you to tell us just a little bit more. Is there more that you could tell us about those paintings?
I suppose the first thing about miniature painting is it's the detail. That is what everybody expects from a miniature, is the creativity of actually producing something so tiny, and you can't fill the whole aperture of your image with one thing like a ladybug. You have to produce something. They have like a 1/6 rule, so you have to go down 1/6 of the original, really. And to try and, like the one that Nolan put up just now of the snow scene, it's a whole area, a whole village landscape. And there's even a couple in there with their little dog. So the main thing is to try and get as much detail in it as possible.
And how do you feel when you're doing your paintings? How do you feel?
I have a very strong sense of well-being. It gives me everything that I hope it will do in fulfilling my duty to my art. Does that make sense?
Well, speaking of duty to your art, isn't that what you're doing with the society that you're working with?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I do know a little bit about what Lynn is doing with one of our societies here, and it's in St. Augustine, though, right? Am I right?
Oh, you mean the Floor 500 project? Oh, no, that's Miami.
Okay.
It's in Miami.
It's located in Miami.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so you want to tell us a little bit about that, but aren't they going to do something with St. Augustine, too? Am I correct in that?
Well, it's the Miami Beach... it's the FIU College of Architecture. They're doing this Floor 500 project. It commemorates the 500th anniversary of Ponce de Leon landing in Florida.
Okay, so Ponce de Leon
yes.
did land in
It's
St. Augustine.
Yes.
So, and Lynn does go to St. Augustine to camp. Am I correct?
Yes. We try and go once a year.
Yeah, see, and I believe you have a good love for St. Augustine,
yes,
don't you?
I do.
I was just down there a couple months ago, and I love St. Augustine. But anyhow, please continue so that you can tell them a little bit about that.
Well, they have this project, and it's going to mark the importance of this historic moment when Ponce de Leon arrived on this lovely place of ours, Florida, and try and give us a glimpse of its landscape as it was 500 years ago. And the important part of it is the wildflowers, and they plan to. And they're inviting. First of all, it's in two parts. They're inviting 500. Floridians, or anyone that lives in Florida really, to take part and depict a native wildflower. So
how many is there? How many different kinds are there? Are there many different kinds of wildflowers?
There are, yes. And I don't know if some of them obviously are still in existence, but they have to be native, and they plan to replant them back into Florida. So the artists are... The Florida is divided up into 8 regions, 8 sections, and they've selected the wildflowers from that area.
Oh, okay.
I presume they're not necessarily flowering, so that's why they've had to going to put them back in again. And the artists then select a native wildflower. So I've chosen to paint the the blue curls, forked blue curls it's called. It's like a little tiny orchid. And
but the word is
forked.
Yeah, forked.
Forked. Forked blue curls.
Blue curls. And it's a beautiful blue flower. And Lynn has started painting that already. And I did get a glimpse of it. I really did. And once more, it's in very much detail.
Yeah.
Yes, very much detail.
The artist can produce their wildflower in any form and they like. And any size. They're not restricted.
Oh, that's good to
So
know.
I primarily, I would think it was probably aimed at students, but anyone can get involved and be invited to paint the wildflower.
Okay, but yours is a little bit bigger, but not a whole lot, right?
No, yeah,
right.
I mean, usually for exhibit, I'm with the frame. A miniature painting is probably 6 by 4.5, not much bigger than that. So it's quite tiny. So, but I'm actually painting something about 7 inches square or something like that.
Oh,
7
okay.
by 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that makes it a little bit bigger than normal.
But I'm still painting it in the miniature style. There's a technique attached to miniature painting. And I'm painting it on ivorine. And then the artists have to upload a digital image of their painting, and it's on their website, the Floor 500 Project's website. And then they're asking schools from all around the Florida or organisations to participate in their continuing project, which is to actually plant seeds.
Okay, now tell us what their website is in full, please.
Well, if you just go up and put in Floor 500 into Google, floor500.com, it will come up.
Oh, okay.
So it's FLOR 500.com, and that will bring it up. And there's quite a lot online about it that the university
and that would be in case somebody else is interested in doing something like that.
Yeah. And then the organisation or school is given a packet of seeds, and there's a lot more to the project that the school can get involved in.
Right. Meaning you can plant the seeds.
Yes.
And that means you can do that too, right?
I could if I wanted to, but
but that's not what you want.
No.
Even though you're in St. Augustine, you wouldn't like to?
I think there's a lot more to the project.
Planting the seeds?
Yes. I think there's a historic person involved in it, and the school has to participate in a project that they've set, as well as planting the seeds.
It's probably as intense as it is painting them, do you think?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. It might be just a sprinkle.
Well, that would make it easy, wouldn't it? That would make it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, see? Well, that's good, because in that way you're doing something for a good cause.
Yes.
And you're feeling good about what you do.
I think it's important. It's important for me as an artist to participate. I like to give back to my art by participating in something as good as that. And also that it's good for Florida, because wildflowers are so important to us.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, not to interrupt you, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But even when I go to England, what is the yellow flower? The one that's all
Buttercup, the buttercup.
Oh, that is the most beautiful to see. It is. It's just the whole landscape is the word I was looking for, is nothing but yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's beautiful. And I go to Kent, Rochester, and they're known for their flowers.
Yeah.
And Kent is just so beautiful. It really is. So.
Well, there's a lot of societies. In Florida, there's a lot of different societies attached to native plants, not just wildflowers, but native plants to put in your yard.
Right.
You know, xeriscaping and that kind of thing. But yes, native wildflowers, what a wonderful thing. And because we camp and go to state parks, the state parks have their own wildflowers. And actually the blue forks, the forked blue curls that I'm painting is actually been seen at one of the state parks, but not locally. But yeah.
Okay. Well, just hold on to that thought if you have more to say, because what I would like to do, please, if I could, is I would like to say for next week, Patricia Scott is going to be my guest, and we're going to be speaking about hypnosis and calmness and what that can do for you. And then I would like to say, Lynn, thank you very much for being here with me today. And I just want to get all that in so that I don't forget, because sometimes it goes so fast when we're speaking that the next thing you know, my time is up. But I do have some announcements. And Christmas, of course, is just right around the corner. Are you ready?
Yes. We are.
She is ready. Her Lynn and Clive's condominium, I'm sorry, is beautiful. She's got the tree up. They both have the tree up. They oh Lord, they got ornaments. They got everything. And all I have is my blue feather tree up. That's all I have. I should have brought a picture in. I had somebody at one of the churches, meaning People's Spiritualist Church, bring me a beautiful light blue feather Christmas tree. It's about 4 feet tall, and it's all lit up, and it's really very, very pretty.
It's actually made of feathers.
It's actually made of baby blue feathers. So, and it's of course got lights all on it, and
I don't think I've ever seen one of those.
No. So when you come to the house, you'll be able to see it. But I want to just go into some of my announcements real quick. I will be at Mystical Sense on the 13th, which is a Thursday, and the 27th, which is a Thursday, from 12 to 5. And I'll be there tomorrow. No, I'll be there this Thursday coming. So please, if anybody would like to make an appointment to have a reading, the phone number is 813-957-1181. And then I would like to say I am also going to be in Treasure Island Saturday the 15th. And the phone number there, I'll be doing readings there also. The phone number there is 727-954-3444. There is a lot going on for Christmas in Treasure Island this year, and the boat show is next week, and I am going to be there at the boat show, and I'm looking forward to that. Also, Saturday next week, I'll be at Celestial Circle. If you would please go out on www.bluefeather.net. Celestial Circle's phone number is out there. And if you would like to have a reading and you're in the Palm Harbor area, I will be there from 12 to 5. Okay? So that pretty much covers it. It's a little light for me for the month of December, but that's good because then that will give me time to enjoy.
It goes in a flash, doesn't it?
It does. We have 2 minutes left.
2 minutes?
Yeah, 2 whole minutes.
Well, I have something I could say to you that might give you a little...
Okay, go quick.
Nothing is worth more than this day.
Oh, now see, that's beautiful. And you're very correct, especially when you're with good people. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
It's been lovely to be here, Janet.
Oh, thank you. See, she'll come back. Next time she comes back, she won't be as nervous, I'm sure. And for whatever reason, and I think it's because the plants, there's flowers in this room, my sinuses have given me a fit. So the next time I know to take a Clearedin D before I come in. But I just want to thank everybody for being here. I just want to say have a good week. Next week, what we can say is Merry Christmas. But for right now, have fun shopping. And thank you very much, Lynn. And thank you, everybody.
Thank you.